What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Living Freed channel. My name is Tyler Freed, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about whether I think trucking is worth it in 2023. Is it worth it in 2023? I'm going to talk about how I believe it is, and I'm going to talk about how I believe it's not in 2023. I'm going to expand on that, and I'm going to talk about whether I believe it's going to be worth it even beyond this year. So before I get into that though, if you're new to the channel, please like the video, sub to the channel, make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. Check out more of my other videos that'll be popping up at the end of this one. Also follow me on Instagram, the link to that is in the description below. Go follow me, I'll follow you back, and I'm gonna get right into it. So just for some context, I've been in trucking now for almost 4 years. Well, right at 4 years, honestly, here in January 14th. It'll be 4 years where I've driven solo and I've been over the road all that time. Now I do plan on this year switching over to a dedicated lane here with Crete Carrier. That's where I work. I worked for Millis Transfer for 3.5 years, then switched to Crete, and I've been here for the last 6 months. And both of the companies I've driven for, I think, have been great. They were great, they served me well, and they've gotten me to the position that I'm in life right now, and which took me from being broke to worth over 6 figures at 28 years old to making over 6 figures at 28 years old. And it has set up myself, my wife, and my son, and the rest of my family for really a great future as long as we continue down the path we're on. And I'm going to get into that because I have to tell my personal story to kind of explain why I believe trucking is one of the best careers for people to get into. And I'm going to explain the different ways that it is. But I don't think trucking's worth it only if you don't have a plan. If you don't have a plan, it's not going to be worth it. You're just going to be traveling, making money, and if you spend all the money you make on random stuff that has no value, that's not actually benefiting you financially over the long run, trucking is not going to be worth it. You're going to get sick and tired of being on the road. No matter how much of this beautiful country you get to see, you're going to get tired of it if you're not working towards something. That is the way it is. Before I got into trucking, I had a plan. I wanted to use trucking to get completely out of consumer debt, build up an emergency fund of 6 months of expenses, even more than that, but at least 6 months worth of expenses. And I wanted to start investing money. I wanted to invest money in real estate, the stock market. I also want to start my own business within the trucking industry. And in order to do that, I have to be very disciplined with my money. And as I said, over the last 4 years, my wife and I, we've both been very disciplined with the money that I've made from trucking, and also she works as well. We work together. Everything we do is a planned out event. And but trucking is no different for me. Like before I got into trucking, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And so for somebody who is looking at a career, you got to ask yourself, okay, what field am I in right now? Am I making the money that I could be making in truck driving? And if the answer is no, then maybe you need a career change, because in order to invest money, in order to get out of debt, in order to have a bunch of money saved up and just plan for the future financially and set yourself up financially, you have to get into a career where you make a lot more money than your overall expenses. That way you can save and invest and get ahead. If you go into trucking with that intention of changing your life financially, then the rest of trucking, the cons of trucking, the dealing with weather, the shippers, the receivers, the first company you start with could not be that great of a company, but once you get a year of experience, things improve, because once you have experience of a year or more, there's way more companies that are out there or available to work for. And so you can make way better money after your first year. It's just getting in, getting trained, going through the school, getting your license, getting acclimated to living the lifestyle of a truck driver, and being away from family and things like that. But you can deal with all that if you have a plan financially. I'm telling you, you can, because if you come in with the intention of, let's say you're somebody who's deeply in debt, well, and you're single, you don't have a wife, you don't have kids, man, you can go live in your truck. As an OTR truck driver, you can literally sell all your stuff, put stuff in a storage unit, the rest of your stuff in a storage unit, and live on the road and just stack money, pay off debt, whatever you got to do, right? Say you want to be an owner operator and say you're not in debt. Man, you could save up even at a company that doesn't pay you that much. I mean, most companies you start with now, you can find companies like starter companies that pay you 40 plus cents a mile. You could probably save 30, 40, 50 grand a year if you're really disciplined and all you do is just, buy food for your truck. You don't really eat out a lot. You don't spend money on cars, clothes, and dumb stuff, and you stay disciplined. Man, you can rack up a lot of money. And especially as your income goes up over the years. See, in trucking, your first year, you can make really good money, but the real money doesn't come until you get the experience. Like I said, way more companies open up to you. Also, it's easier to be an owner operator. If that's your goal before coming into trucking, make that goal yours before you get in so that you know what you're working for, right? And it's easier when you get experience under your belt as an owner operator. It's easier. It costs less to be an owner operator with a safe, clean background, clean CDL and everything. When you're an owner operator, your insurance premiums are way lower. That's your cost of operation. So everything is better as you get experience in trucking. But the thing is like I said, trucking is not going to be worth it if you don't plan your career out. If you don't at least have a 5-year plan. You can easily plan out your first 5 years in trucking, easy. The first year is your learning year. The first year is, hey, I'm going to go to a company that's going to train me well, get me my license, get me my experience, and then after a year, while you're working that first year and learning the job, you should be looking at, hey, where do I want to go next to really make the money? Now, in order to make the money in trucking, to make 6 figures as a company driver or an owner operator, or whatever it is, you are going to have to sacrifice. You are going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to be willing to do what other people are unwilling to do. If you're unwilling to do OTR, if you're unwilling to get an endorsement, if you're unwilling to do this, do that, right? If you're just a person that doesn't want to do anything extra, you just want to drive, trucking's not going to be that worth it to you. You're not going to get to the big money. The big money is in sacrifice. And really that's in every career, but in this industry, a lot of people have a tough time understanding that in order to be truly successful in trucking and work your way up to the top, work your way up to where you're really winning and you're just above average. In order to do that, you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have a different mindset than everybody else that's around you, because most people in life, not just in trucking, just most people in life don't have a success driven mindset. They're just thinking day to day. And if you just want to live day to day, thank God it's Friday, oh God it's Monday, then I wouldn't even get into trucking. I wouldn't even try to build wealth. I wouldn't try to be successful at anything, because you won't be. You have to be willing to work pretty much every day. And you have to be willing to learn every day. See, not just getting up and going to work, that's not the only important thing. You don't want to just get up and go to work. No, you want to get up and go to work, do your day-to-day job, but also be learning about the business side of trucking, be learning about assets that you can put your money into. Like I said, stocks, real estate, starting your own trucking business, investing in businesses that people own, like small businesses. You know, a friend that just started a landscaping company and he needs money to expand his business. He's looking for an investor. If you save up your money and you're smart with your money, you could bite on that opportunity. You could. People do that with this business. They do. If you're smart with your plan, if you stick with your plan, trucking will be worth it in 2023. It'll be worth it in 2024. And it'll be worth it in 10, 15, 20 years from now. This industry will always be here. No matter if we have a recession, the government shuts the world down, trucking is still going to be going. We always need trucks to move freight, period. That's just the bottom line. And this has been the greatest decision, minus marrying my wife and having my first child. But as far as a career decision goes, getting into trucking was the best decision I've ever made. It's totally changed my life and my family's life. And I would recommend, especially young people who don't want to go to college, who want to get out there and make money, start their own business. They have that entrepreneurial spirit. This is one of the best industries out there, in my opinion, to get into. It is. It really is. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful New Year, and I will be posting way more videos like this in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you stay tuned till the next video. God bless. Thank you for watching, and peace out.